Just a little something I was working on, you know. I'm not done with it. Hey, hey. You know, I gotta pull up the I don't have the chat up. Oh, pause that. I don't want that. Mute that. Go live. Right. Pop out chat. Yeah, go edit. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. No. Hey, hey. Okay, why it today is the to, today is the 19th. You you symbols travel. Where's the travel? You're right. I haven't even changed the actual. I haven't changed any of the stuff. I know we've been gone for a couple weeks. We've both been busy. Both had a lot going on. You were working. I was exhausted. And it's been raining like crazy over here, man. Um, it knows I want to fly, but it also knows that I'm angry with the state. I'm angry with the area. I'm angry with the property taxes. I'm angry with everything. This is ridiculous, man. You, it's all your fault too. You don't pay $1,000 a month in property tax. I know. I've been looking. Yeah. So I don't even know what we got to put on here. I'm not hanging the line anymore. I've already done that. So yeah, what kind of question is that? Man, I haven't put more than two on that thing since we talked about it the other day. I literally haven't been in this. I haven't been in this room in weeks. Man, I'm telling you, that's why it was a mess. What's topic number one? Uh, Still's new base. Yep, and sounds good to me. Cause he, I don't know, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. I bet they're not even expecting us tonight because we ain't been on in a couple weeks today. Ain't even gonna be online. So there we go. All right. All right. All right. So here we go. All right. I think we're good too. Let me pull up that transition. Get this stupid thing out of the way. Okay. So, no, yeah, you're good. I think you're good. I think your levels are good. Um, I think I might be a little loud, so I'm gonna turn mine down a little bit. I I don't know if you're listening to the stream at all, because I can't listen to it otherwise. I don't know. No, what I'm saying, if you should listen to it and check out our levels and see if it's leveled out. If you needed me to turn you up or you need to turn me down, because my whole system did a reset. Because yours is loud in my head. See, I was looking for them and I couldn't find them, so I just said, screw it. I'm done. I'm not trying to do. I went to try. I went to try. Yes, we're live. Yeah, we're live. Obviously, you wouldn't have. Yes. No. Check the volume of the stream. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm like my levels are. All right, I turned it down a little more. And yeah, I need. What I need to do is I need to turn you down just a little bit in my headphones because you are loud. So yeah, we are back. we we are. Yeah, I had to rearrange the desk. Got some flying in finally. A little bit I did right before tropical tropical storm Isaias. Yeah, it was raining today, all day, all day, all day, all day. You gotta wonder how like this is like the vacation capital of the world. Like why does what I want to go to Florida? Like no, like it's so stinking hot. No, he got Rona. Yeah, he got Rona. Why, first time he coughs. First time he coughs. You just Rona. That's what you gotta do. Yep. Yeah, we got a whole bunch. We got a whole bunch coming. So uh Sil's got his new base established now. He's actually, he was there, but now he's up. Obviously that's where he's streaming from. So we're glad that's done. We're glad that he's moving along, trucking along. Um yeah, so there's been a lot going on in his world. He's got some flying in a little bit. Um, he's got some new designs apparently. You're talking about brand new designs. Yep. Yep. I got you. Yep. Yeah, we shall see. But there's some other news that I haven't typed in there that we'll get to a little bit later. Um, and I think you know what we're getting at in that. Let me turn this off. I gotta turn this off. I gotta turn that off. There will, yeah, there will be some building taking place. Um, and when that says build something, when that says build something, that doesn't just apply to right now. So we'll get into that, and which also refers to the tech talk. But like I said, we'll get into that later. Other news: Ekron and Dagger both had their first flights already. Um, we got some first flights, and we got some first tests, some first deaths, deaths. So English. So Ekron is by far one bad plane, like just amazing. I I yeah, it's about what how I feel about Phase right now. The newer spiders are really good too. Like this is like it's put this desire and this fire in me again finally, um, for these planes, um, because I've just been so burnt out on just them not flying well, and it just I hate it. But I finally found the love again, if you want to call it that, with the planes that I fell in love with 15, 20 years ago when Dave and I first met and he was flying his phases. That's what these planes have the potential and we're practically doing right just from like base model. So, number one, actually, we'll start with number two because number two doesn't look as bad. So, number two, as you can tell, is beat up. Um, Tragically, number two spent the night on the roof. Um, yes, the roof, and by the roof I mean the peak of the house. Like not even like oh, it was bad. I couldn't have gotten on there. I had to have a huge ladder to get on that roof, that part of the roof, because the roof by the garage where number one was sitting, I didn't have a ladder big enough to get up there, and the roof that this one was sitting on was probably another couple of feet higher than that. So I couldn't even be close to getting on there because I think it's probably a good 20 foot to the. You know how you have those grand entrances and they're like 20 feet tall because you have the vaulted ceilings? That's the peak that this number two was sitting on top of that. And I didn't throw it at the house. So mind you, I had to throw it at 5'6", and it climbed behind me onto the roof. Yeah, so it told me one thing, that it has the flight potential that I'm looking for finally. Number one, because it was in such an awkward position and I couldn't even get it down, spent an entire week on the roof. Even though it was in an easier spot to get to, I still couldn't get it down. It spent an entire week on the roof. This one blew down overnight and it rained, obviously, and this one got destroyed. This one, it rained every day, and the wind and rain beat this one up so bad that it tore holes in it and pelted it with whatever else it could pelt it with. And it's got little dimples and all kinds of stuff. So it looks yummy. I had to rewrite the date and the code I had to rewrite the date and code on this thing because it was so worn off. That that I've been able to get, that I've been able to keep. Yeah, I usually just lose them, but and actually and the only reason why this one came down was it was before the tropical storm came through, and I said if this storm does not blow this plane off the roof, then this plane is gone. Because I'm not gonna get it back. And sure enough, I came home from work and it had been picking up, wind, and it had blown it off the roof. So so I have it back before all the rain came from the tropical storm. So that one, it's done and it's number one. And this is number two, and it's pretty much done. I don't think I'm gonna try to salvage it, even though it probably could. It it had a not in this humidity and not in this weather. Speaking of that, speaking of that, we were talking about buying a house. And we started talking, and we were like, well, I, I really want to start working from home because it just makes it easier and more convenient. Because most of my job, well, I'd say most of my job, some of what I do, I can do it from home. So there are jobs that are promotions down the line, but there are jobs that will allow me to work from home permanently doing similar things within IT. So I'm looking and looking and looking, and we got to talking, and then next thing you know, I get this. We were talking together like a couple weeks ago, and it was, hey, look at what we can afford, and it was an island in the middle of a lake in the middle of Wisconsin. And I was like, why are you looking there? She's like, well, if you're working from home, you're not having to go to work. Doesn't matter where we live. I was like, okay, but I'm not having to go to work, so I'm not gonna have to get out in the cold. Well, that's true. I haven't liked it, but that's because I always had to get out in it. If I'm not having to get out and go to work and shovel it and drive in it, 6 days, 4 days, 3 days a week, 2 days, 1 day a week. If I only have to get out and go to the store once a week, see, that's actually pretty nice because man, it was hot. It was raining and it was hot. Yeah. So, that's the thing. So we got to talking, and I was like, well, okay, maybe not the island, because of the convenience kind of thing. Even though it came with a boat and stuff to get back and forth off the island, I wouldn't be able to work on the cars and stuff if I really wanted to. Um, and it was more of the convenience kind of thing. So I was like, well, I started looking at this point. And what really drew me to it was the fact that I could buy 40 acres for nothing. Dude, I could buy 40 acres and a house the size that I have down here for less than what I'm paying now. I swear I didn't want to live up there, but if I really thought about it, I'm like, why would it matter? Because I'm not driving to work every day. I'm not having to get out and shovel snow. I'm not having to scrape the car. Well, I ain't trying to go out there. She wants to be closer to her, family if we're gonna do that. So it would still be the western part of the state, but it's still, I mean, hey, I'm not that far, you know, not that far from you. If that at that point, it is still out west, Boston Lake, that kind of area. Yeah, and I could totally make that a weekend thing. I'm like, hey, I'm coming over for the weekend. We're gonna fly. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. So yeah, I no. This one just went up for sale. Yeah, because they can't even. Yeah. Because they don't have any. Because they apparently. Apparently. Okay, you're stupid. Yeah. There's the tangent. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. This year or even. Well, it does because like I'm looking at buying down here and it's like, man, like I can't get what I want. Like, and that's just a house with a plot of land. That's like not even asking for much. I'm not trying to buy 40 acres down here. I'm trying to buy maybe two, maybe. I'm trying to buy one, but I'm trying not to be on top of my neighbors. I don't want to be on top of my neighbors. I don't want to be next to my neighbors. I don't want to see my neighbors. I'm tired of seeing people. Well, yeah, but you know what? I mean, you know what? I'll drive to Jimmy's house or something like that. I don't even care. Like, I'll drive 20 minutes. I'm not trying to do it right now. I have been around way, but you know where all the places that I've lived, and and you've been to probably half of them. So, so like, I mean, I've had neighbors like on top of neighbors like constantly my entire life, and as the older I get, it's like, do I really want to be around this many people? And I really don't, because yo, Well, yeah, true. Okay, now you're just being, now you're being stupid. Like I ain't trying to. You know what? If it takes you a while to come to get me, oh well. I guess I'm just gonna die, cause I don't want you to even show. Whose sound is low? Is it mine? Is it mine or might be the overall sound? So all right. So I bumped yours up a little bit. Which I mean, is it just Dave or is it both? See, because that's why I was asking. You know. Okay, so here, all right, I got you. So let me go. Let me go here. Let me go. Well, okay. So, well, is that better? Yeah. But yeah, I'm just I'm at that point where it's like, yeah, I think I really do just wanna move and find a job working from home and just move up there and it doesn't necessarily have to be on the lake. Like we don't care. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so let me fix that. How about whoa. That's weird though. I've got you cranked up. Yeah, I got it cranked up. And it says it's coming through. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying not to peak it, but it's at the point where it's peaking now. You're at 1.9 negative dB. So, I mean I mean I could crank it up higher, but so can you still not hear him? Because that might be an issue with just. Okay, you can cut that out. Still can't hear him. Stop with the sign language and no sound. All right, let me just put it at 0. All right, you got to test the sound. Cut it out, man, and say something. Okay, you are stupid. I'm gonna hang up on you in the stream now because you're being dumb. You're stupid. No, I can't hear you if you're playing around. Yes, I can hear you now. I don't know, but I can hear you now. Hang on. Let's go to more. Let's go to audio and video settings. Speakers. Oh, maybe that's half the problem. That's probably why. Maybe that's why he couldn't hear you. Holy cow. That's weird. Can, it's okay. It's okay. Can you hear him now? Can you hear Dave now? Because I was testing my audio. Crazy. Well, now you. Because I said I was testing my audio. I was testing the audio. I was testing the audio. So, how can you not hear him? This is ridiculous. Oh man, this has got to be. Why did you have to move? Why did I have to unhook my stuff? Apparently, I don't know. I can hear you. Yeah, I know, and I. Ah, so I'm not sure. Hang on, give me a minute. Let me see if it's the stream itself. Hey, stop talking. I'm trying to tell if it's. Okay, well, let's test something out. You say something. Oh, you're talking now. Okay, no more. Hush. That's weird. I can't hear you on the stream. Okay. No, you did not. But that's. I realize that. I realize that. Um, all the stuff is there because OBS is picking it up. That's what's so weird about it. Yeah, you see it. I don't. I don't know if it's the stream or if it's. Hang on. Stream output. Output. Audio. Yeah. See, I. Yeah. Right. This is why. Okay. So, if we're gonna we're gonna say something, and then we'll probably restart the stream so that way you can hear it. Um, but we're probably gonna be moving over to Twitch. We're gonna try to do both at the same time, but we're probably gonna be moving the stream over to Twitch for a couple of weeks just to test something out. So if you don't have Twitch, go ahead and download Twitch on your phone. Um, You got, all right, cool. You got it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart the stream here, and then if it doesn't work, then what we'll probably do is we'll probably move over to Twitch tonight and start from tonight at this point. It may take us a little bit to get it set up, but um, we're gonna try to jump back on here and see if it works. If not, we're gonna just move straight over to Twitch. Um, and we might just do it tonight. We got plenty of time. It's only 10 after 11, so let me stop the stream and then we'll restart and see where we can go. We'll be back.
Shouldn't be getting it wrong. I mean, yes, okay, they do from time to time, but it's really strange for it to be loud. I mean, like every other time it worked. I mean, yeah, the only difference I'm having now is it's on Wi-Fi, but you're hearing me. Why is it not coming through on the stream? It's got to be. I would imagine it's got to be the site, right? Me. Why is it not coming through on the stream? It's got to be. I would imagine it's got to be the site.
You hear that?
I can hear me through there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming through now.
What the hell? Maybe it just wasn't working that time.
I know you can hear him now. I don't know why it was doing that. I just don't know. So
I don't know.
if it cuts out again, let us know, and then we'll just switch over. And you let us know if it's too loud now.
Okay,
At this
so
point,
I'm
'cause
good.
I've
We're
cranked
good.
the levels up.
I'm cool. You're cool. We're cool. Good night.
But yeah, starting. So your schedule is good for next week, or you back to the other schedule where you?
I've got to find out. They haven't said anything yet. I'm hoping we're still good for next week because I
Okay.
don't see anything like they're getting more people in to do the stuff that I was doing. So I'm pretty sure we're okay.
Okay. So yeah, next week, we
Yeah,
should.
one of the things, folks, I'm sorry, we didn't bring this up actually, but we had to say we're back. It's not just us trying to establish, like me establishing the base. That was 1 week, but last week my work schedule really got changed. And yeah, I worked from like 1 to 10 at night, so I wasn't able to do the stream. We could have done it. We could have done it much later, but I didn't want to submit y'all to that. So because normally I'd get
I couldn't submit to
at
that because
11.
I was getting up super early for all of this stupid Rona. I was trying to go catch it.
That's right.
Still trying to catch it. See what all the fuss is about.
I don't think it's all that big a deal, really, but you got to try it.
I mean, I've been prodded twice, so I don't know. I just
Hey,
don't know.
me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
my nose.
Hey, Oi, what's going on, man?
My nostrils a little sore from it.
Wait, did you just get prodded the other day?
Thursday last week.
Oh, I got prodded like 3 weeks ago. Whenever the dude at work actually caught it, I got prodded. Well, actually, I prodded myself. I got myself prodded. They didn't say we had to do it, but I wanted to do it because, I mean, all the people I see, I see friends and family. I didn't want to expose them to it, so I want to know if I had it.
Well, not only that, but
I didn't care. I didn't care if my coworkers got it. Shit,
I-
I spread it to everybody. I'm doing them a favor of catching it and spread it. They have to stay home.
you're stupid.
You get a free like week and a half off. I mean, take it. Shit.
Are they giving them paid leave for that?
Yeah,
Oh,
they were.
that's
All the
different,
dudes
yeah.
actually. The dude that caught it, and 3 other people had to go because they gave us a like an emergency facility meeting and sent us home immediately after that. And there were 3 people that were immediately in contact with him after he found out he had it, and they got sent home for a week and a half with pay as well. So
See, that's crazy.
yeah, it was nice.
I mean, I know the government does that, but I didn't think everybody was doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to China next week, see if I can spread some love.
Yeah. So OA, we're talking about moving to Twitch, starting next week.
We're talking about a lot of things apparently because they might have missed half the show if I couldn't be heard.
Yeah, so we're gonna just kind of reiterate everything. Talk about his new base. He got his new base established.
My new base is established.
Ikran and Dagger had their first flights. That's what these were. They got damaged from being out there on the roof.
So for the first time in a long time, he has 2 planes he could retire after used really good. So normally he like just loses the planes outright, or they suck and he's like, screw it, I don't want them anymore. But this time he's got good planes, and they retired. And I'm
Yep.
apparently checking my email.
Yep. So we got that, and then the news that we were talking about that we haven't officially said, but we're gonna do. Drum roll, please. Oh, dang on camera.
Oh wait a minute! You told him about the potential move you're going to have again.
I told him about the potential move, but I haven't told him about
Okay.
the other thing.
The big news. The big thing.
The big news is we're gonna do one a days.
Hey, dude? Of all the sound clips you have, you should have borrowed
I know. I don't even have it plugged in, so I don't have any of the sound clips tonight.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any of that hooked up tonight. So, oh my goodness.
That is not a MIG, man. He wants to do one of days, people. And none of y'all have actually been exposed to this.
Background. I gotta close the door because the background.
Okay, yeah, it looks kind of like a MiG, but okay, it's not exactly a MiG. This is the plane I was working on at the old base, and it doesn't really fly for crap because the tube works, it's stable, but it flutters. Too heavy an ass. I ain't putting any wing in it. So anyway,
Might end up beating some churn.
So yeah, he wants to do one a days.
One a days keeps the flights something astray. I don't know. Keeps the
He set some parameters, and none of y'all have been involved in this before, but I've lived through two of these. One of my own, and then one me and Mark did for a while, and he lost most of the planes from leftover from that one a day. So
here's my stipulation on the one a days.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, we got to describe to him what the one a day is.
Oh, that's right. Most of you guys haven't been around for that. So one a day is
right.
One a day is you build one plane every day for an entire year. One plane is built each day for an entire year. Now, the date...
Just one.
Just one. Just one. That's all you got to build.
But one,
you have to build one plane every day. Now, most of us... I don't do that on a regular basis anyways. I build in batches when I build.
Which is typical. I do that too.
But the one a days, it helps different things. It helps your skills. It helps your actual fleet. It helps advanced technology and other things as well. But those are the main ones. The stipulation that I'm putting in is that if you're going to do the one a day, which you guys should, and I recommend it, if you're going to do the one a day, you have to build, obviously, you're going to build one of your planes, but you have to build one that you already have for 30 days. You have to build the same plane for 30 days. Now, obviously, well, I should say, I'm going to build Spider for 30 days. It doesn't have to be the same variant. It can be multiple variants. But I'm going to work on Spider for 30 days. I'm going to work on Ikron for 30 days. So, in theory, you're working on 12 different planes. One in 30-day increments. The catch, it's going to start September 1st. So we got a couple weeks.
But I'd agree to, because I wanted to make sure I was out of this stupid schedule I'm in, even though that actually pays never mind. I can have whatever time of day I can do it. But I also wanted to make sure I was, in here and settled. And then I was like, well, the school year 21 is coming up, because the school year 20 ends August 31st. So that's how we use kind of like in IVPAC. That's our fiscal year, is the school year, because we started doing this in school, so we just carried over. So September 1st, August 31st is the school year that we recognize, and we're going to start it September 1st, school year 21.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. You can build whatever you want, but you build it for 30 days. You either build the same one for 30 days, or you try to work on advancements in technology, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to take first one I'm probably going to work on Spider. I'm going to take Spider, and I'm going to work on some tech. I'm going to, build one each day. I may build more than one each day, but the goal is to build one a day. And then
that's entirely up to you. But you have to build one a day.
You have to.
You can build 5 in one day, but you can't build 5 in one day and say I'm off the next 5 days. You have to build one a day.
Yeah. So.
Because you may have a different idea the next day. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's a way to increase your force. It's a way to get your ideas out there. I mean, it's a way to share the ideas. If you have a tech sheet
Yep.
that we have in IVPAC, you can print it up. You can check off each tech as you do it on each plane. I mean, dude, if you do that, you've got like 100 days covered right there. So, depending on the amount of planes you have and the tech that's available,
Yeah.
So,
Because I have more than 12 actual. Um, I have more than 12 designs. So I'm gonna
right.
have to pick. I'm gonna have to pick the ones that I want to work on. So I'm definitely gonna start with Spider. I'm gonna go to Ekron. I'm gonna go to Dagger. Um, those are the ones that I'm gonna work on first. I'm gonna probably work on Firecat. Um, I don't know. I've I've got to go through and figure out what I'm gonna work on. But that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm
Diablo.
gonna work on. Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't know. Diablo might get replaced.
Thought about it.
We'll
I
see.
think you should at least send it to reserves if it's not going to get replaced because you need a reserve bird.
Well,
Oh, I'm reading it now.
that's where a lot of this is gonna take place. Is that I might be able to get some of these, and some of these ones that I have that I've designed, but I haven't even given names to or any of this stuff. I can work on and actually like this one. Not that one. Where
Not
the
that one.
heck did it go? I just moved it. Heck, man, where did I put it? I just moved it, daggone thing. Oh yeah, these.
Well, yeah, where'd it go?
No, I got these. These three right here. These are brand new. Well, I say brand new. They're fairly new. They're from like November. Crap, I hate it when I do that. I'm gonna. These are from November, so they're not new. They're almost a year old. But I haven't flown them. I don't know what they are. I don't know how they fly. But I like the way they look. They're kind of neat.
Right.
But I still got Hakataka. I got to work on Hakataka.
Hagataka. That's right. Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? Like I still got to get out there and get these planes built, get them tested, and fly them. And do I have to fly them? You don't have to fly them, but part of this is
You don't have to actually. You don't actually have to build them. One of my stipulations from early on is you don't have to build them flight ready. You can make them fly ready. That
yes,
stage when you can code them because all they need is a wing or a flap or whatever. That's the stage they're built, they're coded, they count. So you can build fly models as far as you want.
yep,
But the point is to get the tech on and to get your numbers up. Get used to building a certain plane you might not. Maybe you get a new design. Maybe you want to build 30 of that design the next month. That's the way to do it. So
yep. So you can just build the body of the plane to where, and if you guys don't have it, you can. It'll look like this.
yep.
So without the wings, without the
And
anhedrals, and then all you have to do is fold them, and then boom, you got your plane.
I highly suggest some of y'all getting a nice sized box, probably even bigger than a shoe box, because if you do really seriously build 365 planes, it's going to get crowded quick.
Yep. It does. It does.
And I don't recommend that for the planes you built that are ready to fly, because again, please do the hanging storage. But if you're building Pry-Fly, if you don't have one right now, I suggest getting a box so you could Pry-Fly it up for the plane. I mean, if you want to go balls in, you could make a shoebox for each individual plane you're going to build. But just be ready, because this will be a few bodies being built.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited for it. I mean, I know I got some work to do, especially with this new one that's coming out, but I got some more tech I can play with that you guys have introduced me to. Robert, I'm anxious to actually use this as an opportunity to taper the hell out of a few planes I've got and see where they go, especially Javelin.
Because I think I might even do that to Diablo. I might, because I have a couple that I taped the wings on, just the wing leading edge, and they do though that one did really well. So I'm just
It'd be interesting to see if like it matters whether or not you fold the plane, kind of like going with what I was making before, where it's like you just do the cutout regular form of the plane. Just cut it out. Don't do any folds. Just cut out the shape, and then fly. And obviously it doesn't work. But if it's tapered, all the weight is back there. Maybe it'll work differently. You'll obviously have to balance the weight out better, but
Yep.
cutting out versus folding it. So yeah, yeah. Oh, that is some tricky stuff, man. That is, and again, like looking at it, dude, that is like okay. So if you're not a featured product, you don't get a look see. That's messed up. I mean, seriously. So in other words, a rank ass amateur like anybody, like I would be, like Mark would be, if we came in there and did that, we have to get our stuff like, oh, hey, they were cool. We're going to feature this product. Then they'll look at you. But if you're not, you're just regular old Joe coming in here doing something you can't even get. That's not right, man. That's not right.
Yeah.
So we're going to expect to see Mark is probably going to have at least, I imagine by the end of the first quarter, there's going to be 30 Ekrons. Actually, no, I take it back. There's going to be 60 Ekrons and 30 daggers because he's probably going to go from Ekron to dagger and then back to Ekron because he liked it. Then he's going to start Spider because he's going to get distracted.
No. I think it's going to start. I'm going to start with Spider. I'm going to start with
you're going to start with Spider.
I'm going to start with Spider.
Okay.
But personally, and this is just a personal thing, I'm only going to work on it for 30 days.
Oh, okay. So you will commit yourself to changing up.
I have to change up at 30 days because I don't want to build like I did that one year where I started out with a couple of others and then I started building Thunderbolt, and I just built Thunderbolt all year because it was easy and it was just a cop-out kind of at that point. It really was.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
truthfully, you're right. I mean, if you're not putting any tech on it, yeah, you're not really learning anything. It's true. But by the same token, if, as you guys might know, if you're combat ready in IVPAC especially, the one you want to have most of and the best of is your Interceptor. So it's not a bad one to cop out on.
Yeah,
keep a slew of Interceptors handy.
It was not. It didn't help me any.
No, that's true. You're right. Well, you said it. You copped out. You just built it because, oh shit, I'm doing one of days. I better build a plane today.
Yeah,
and I'll build these one that I know how to do.
Yeah, it's one that I know how to do. Which, granted, at that time I was always struggling with, I don't remember how to build this.
Right.
And I still kind of struggle a little bit with some of these because it's like, wait a minute, I haven't built but a couple of these. How do I build this? Ekron is not as bad as it was at the beginning. I still don't know the exact dimensions that I started with as far as the square. I think it's 6 by 6.
Well, now that you've retired it, you can, of course, prep it for the palace and dismantle it, so then you can get its, full dimensions, accurate dimensions, as the first one was built. So,
and that's the thing. Do you document anywhere on any of the spreadsheets the actual size of the paper?
The original sheet, no, but I like to try to keep our dimension sheet up to date, with dimensions as it were there.
Right, the dimensions with,
So yeah,
height,
that dimension sheet has to do with its finished product. It doesn't have to do with the starting sheet.
Right.
However, you do bring up a valid point where, it might behoove us to actually put that in there.
I'm just trying to think, I'm trying to take the thought process that I have at work with certain projects that I've had to deal with, and I'm like, wait a minute, so the question is, do we have that data somewhere? And the answer is obviously no. So the next question is, do we want to track that data? If the answer is yes,
that might not be a bad. That might not be a bad idea.
Personally, I don't think it's a bad idea because then at this point we can say, okay, this was built out of this size paper. This was built out of this size paper. And the first and it's
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. I like it because again, stuff like Stuff like Roberts, like you wouldn't know. Like his are like barely full. He bodies it and then tapes it, so you would need to know what kind of sheet you're starting out with. I mean, with us folding, it's a little different because you're going to have basically an A4 or a standard American paper, unless you cut it.
Well, that's
But
what I'm
like
saying. I've been
it's
cutting
crucial.
mine. Yeah.
Right? No, I know, but like with his, it's crucial because he does cut